When Config's playing the way he did on Ancient and he's just everywhere on the map, none of that research is really going to be super impactful because he can just be so dynamic and he's just so intuitive. And obviously the confidence rising. Farlick could get caught. Oh, sit down. That's beautiful. Oh, what a magnificent shot. Refresh gonna try and find the equalizer. P250 flashbang well timed again from Zip, and Glaive's gonna find that kill. So a 5-on-3 for an aggressive Astralis defense in the pistol round.
Well, they'll see if they can capitalize on it. Astralis, obviously with Config at the helm, has been very good in pistol rounds. Two kills in each of the previous pistols in this series, and obviously yesterday, again, we'll mention it, the Ninja Defuse, if you didn't see it. I'm sure there's a clip on Reddit that will get you up to speed on that one.
On Reddit?
Reddit. Everyone's favorite community.
Oh, Config.
He's gonna get two again. He's gonna get two again. Might even get a third. Can't quite. Bullets low. Couldn't get the aim, but doesn't matter. His resounding impact once more finds its way into the pistols. And TeSeS left in a 1-on-4.
Knife. He's got one behind him. He's Goosh now. And Astralis is just going to keep him pinned down with those USPs. No one going for the knife, just knowing he had no room to operate. Good pistol round. Obviously, stunning shot from Farlig. The find from Glaive towards the B bomb site, shrinking the map, and nice and easy. Astralis up 1-0.
Look at this. Just lovely. First one was so quick. Second one, just backed off and then just walked back into it.
Yeah, he's just hard spamming that USP as fast as possible. Takes a step off the bench. The fall ruins his aim and his recoil. He goes down eventually, but all in good fun. Scout, 2 Deagles, 2 Tech 9s for Rogue. They've been dangerous in these rounds, though. If you go back to Ancient, some of these rounds with these low buys, these half buys, were actually felt a little bit more dangerous in the gun rounds. Good kill from Glaive quickly. That's the Scout that's already hit the deck. They're going to keep fighting. They want to keep challenging. And BlameF's gonna add one more onto it, and now it's time to back away. You've got everything you could have possibly wanted. Don't give it back.
No, back away indeed. The low HP on BlameF and Glaive not worth giving away the M4s with. Refresh, not content with that situation. Go back over and pick up a bit of utility and whatnot from his deceased teammates. The Scout's still trying to find them retreating, but not going to be able to do so. They're already back inside of the site. Config with the aggressive stance toward the short tunnel this time. Tippity-tappity toes showing each way, but he's got the rifle. He'll be able to drop down even if he wants to fire into the lane. Is that a laser? Little red dot. It's the light from the bank machine behind it. So that we are clear, but it's not anyone that will be disrupting that vision as the smoke is gone. They'll see directly inside of the site now, and even though Refresh up close, it's Glaive low, they can still cover this with a crossfire set up 3 inside of the site directly.
Yeah, and Heroic's just looking for a mistake at the moment, and none of them's being given away. The jump was there, Stavn not looking for it, but Glaive spots at least one out towards long. Astralis know it's coming, and Heroic simply have to commit. 3-on-5. 2-on-5 as Config's flank does work. There goes Shush. Refresh is going to grab one. And that's it. So, 2-0 for Astralis. They survive the second round bye, and now Heroic's gonna have to sit back with not enough kills, not any kind of a plant. Third round should just be maybe a couple upgraded pistols, but no armor, no utility more than likely. So, should be nice and easy for Astralis to extend this lead by one more.
Farlig again getting on the board early, get the confidence rolling, but Heroic this time still limited with just pistols. Should be another straightforward round for Astralis. Stranger things have happened, no question about that. Put a bit more presence this time in toward the tunnel's position. That's where Config's gonna fire through the wall and try and do damage. Poor Stewie yesterday was getting obliterated on B from reverse fire in that position. We saw the triple nade, the spam through it. The guy couldn't buy a break.
No, he had no fun. No joy for Stewie. Glaive spots one jumping back, and Heroic's just gonna try and escape from these fights. Zip is gonna grab one right at the end before they can disappear. Glaive still just controlling this part of the map. It's a great advantage. Astralis just feels so comfortable. Obviously, the weaponry helps too.
Shush goes back up the ladder with his teammates to try and get better positions. TeSeS will join them, or maybe not. He jumped on the ladder and thought, nah, it's too much energy. Don't want to lose my breath climbing up that.
After this game, a little bit later on today, if you're around all day, you saw AGO take down Complexity 2-1 earlier. Astralis and Heroic battling now. Astralis up 1-0, and then to close out the evening later on, Matt and I are going to be casting Na'Vi EG.
Yeah, that'll be a bit of fun. Obviously, seeing Na'Vi in the server.
And they looked good yesterday.
They did, despite obviously
the
circumstances.
6,000 overtimes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They went 16-1 and then the 6,000 overtimes. Yes, but EG is another team that in this group we need answers from very, very soon. And yesterday it didn't look that sharp, in my opinion, against Astralis.
No, and I mean even just beyond that, and the bigger picture, just as a point of pride for North America. Oh, this is rough. TeSeS is going to back away. Not the biggest deal in the world because he has that M4, so he's just going to buy armor because he obviously doesn't get the bonus money, but doesn't need to invest in an AK-47. It's not a huge deal. But also just the stream of NA teams going winless in their groups here at Pro League has not been ideal. Let's put it that way. Not been ideal in any way. EG would obviously love to show a little bit of fire and cause an upset at some point in this group, and they might need one. Both NA teams in this group going 0-2, quite a tough hole to dig yourselves out of to try and make those playoffs. Utility streaming out from both sides. Molotov's extinguished. TeSeS is going to take control of short water. Actually, excuse me, he stops a little bit short. Doesn't want to go through that smoke. Farlig at the off angle at sandbags with the AWP. TeSeS might be coming right into it. They want to speed this up. All 5 players are here. That's a tough miss. Zip goes down. Things are going to get dicey. Glaive still dumping utility, trying to slow down this hit, and I think he's accomplished just that. But look at Blame F.
Back. Yeah, this is the problem. That Blame F's already pushed up, so even if they rotate back, he's closed the map on them so much at this point in time.
And this is the same concept we talked about on Ancient when they tried to hit that timing at the A bomb site. They tried to do it again here towards the B bomb site and got stalled out, but because you've had no presence towards Playground, because you've had no presence in the staircase at all, you really have to feel a little bit nervous about falling back and trying to readjust on the map. Config gives up an easy one, an unnecessary peek, as Blame F has all the information. The only real hole in this at the moment is if Heroic was to go up the stairs towards the A bomb site, but they have none of that control, and Blame F is going to be able to add a kill onto it as Shush turns to check. A little bit lazy, a little bit late, and that should let Astralis know where the other players are.
Cadian over top of the... Oh. Okay. Cadian with a angry Molotov thrown back to the gods behind him. Is not going to be able to clear out the barrels. Farlig doesn't care. He's gone out from them and plays the pillar. Instead, 2 shots already in the AWP. stavn the next in line, and it could be a hat trick as he sees the shadow, tries to pre-fire into it. stavn baits out the shot. That gives him at least 1 to work with. 40 HP. Quick shot on Glaive. Glaive's going to wait this out. Ooh, that Molotov, though, is going to buy space. No, it's not. Glaive's going to go straight through it. He heard the flames from within and got on top of it before the gun was ready. Great
Molotov from Glaive as well. It just drops right, right by that pillar so that nobody can actually close the gap on Farlig. He's able to get the repeak. After the first kill, he knows nobody can actually push up along the wall to make things difficult for him. He could be comfortable in the follow-up peek on the left side of the pillar. That's well done from those 2 working together, and obviously good information play from Blame F. 4-0 for Astralis heading into round number 5. This time, Heroic are going to challenge towards Fountain, towards Playground. Blame F took an early peek and is going to back off down the stairs. Farlig with an op-in support as well. Now, if you are an aspiring in-game leader...
Which I am.
Yeah?
Yep.
Are you?
Yeah, carry on.
Okay. I would just love it. I mean, this is just I guess, a mental exercise. If you look at the utility that Heroic have to play with 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock, 2 smokes, that's it. What are you calling here?
Rush B.
You have no flashbangs to force operas off the angle. You don't have anything that's going to make taking just general map control feel comfortable. Everything has got to be a challenge. And that's probably exactly what Config and Farlig would like.
They're going to go for boosts instead, which is certainly an option to try and catch off one and a pick and open the map up, but looking optimistically to do so. Ooh, it might work. stavn's going to walk out and give one away. Now they've got a bit more confidence to go toward A. They know where the AWP is. Farlig not able to hit the first, but fearlessly goes back for more. Finds stavn and Glaive. Takes out Shush. This will slow things down. 44 seconds, though. They're still getting desperately close to the bathrooms and unwilling to fall back because Blame F is on the flank. We'll have them directly in front. Gets one, drops bomb temporarily, and Refresh, unsure of the chase, will go back to join TeSeS, who's clearing the site directly.
Yeah, it's going to eat some time off the clock, though. But TeSeS at least calling out that, oh, Glaive's going to walk right into it. Nobody knew. Nobody knew TeSeS was that close. Brilliant opening provided. Here we go, 2-on-2, 20 seconds on the clock. It's got to be quick. Both players going to be retaking from beneath the stairs and bank.
They themselves could go for the boost through there above the wall, but they're not going to do so. They're going to actually split the stairs and try and cover off a crossfire on take, and Refresh is in a great position to counter that by getting up close. In fact, with TeSeS beside him, they could push through this smoke. Flash goes far, TeSeS goes over top and pushes it out because Xyp9x is blinded off. That is a lovely round from TeSeS and Refresh to pull this back. And to answer your question, one boost and a pick, you're playing against a guy like Config, and he walks out and gives you the first kill.
Yeah, he really did. He handed that one over, had one out in the previous round towards the B bomb site. On top of that, Farlig missing some shots as well. Not really a tactical victory. I think Heroic more than anything bailed out by some missed opportunities from Config and Farlig to be able to find those kills. Still, impressive win from Heroic. As I mentioned, to start that round, 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. You've got 2 smokes to work with and no map control. That is a tough, gutsy win. And what a time to have it. Because Astralis is out of money due to the damage done in the previous round. UMP on Blame F. Scout on Farlig. Everyone else on just pistols.
Shush able to take Config. Mac-10 gets the opener.
We've seen, like, 2 aggressive peaks from Config with the rifles where he gets just demolished, and now this one obviously an early peak, but it's just a pistol. I wonder if that aggression is going to keep up despite the fact that he's had some struggles and had some losses. This isn't like Ancient where he's just kind of rolling into some aggressive momentum that they can't handle. Now they're putting a stop to him. And now you wonder, does Config have a second gear that he can fall back into when the aggression isn't working?
Cadian sits back and watches the angle toward the sandbags as stavn tries to get the shot on the jumping Xyp9x, looking for the information. Deagle's been trying to do damage. They're putting so much attention toward the water, though. I don't even think they're aware that Refresh, yeah, absolutely, walks in behind them. They have the information as to where they are. Flash, and he goes. Easy kills. And sight obtained. Early Scout rushing to his own death, I think. 2 rounds in a row for Heroic. They'll pull this back and split the lead in half from 4-0 to 4-2. And Heroic, in control of the money, have another situation in front of them right now, and they should be keeping track of this, that Astralis don't have enough for a full buy.
Yeah, they just got a straight-up save. All right, so well done from Heroic. On Ancient, the kind of story for them was how long it took for them to gain, you know, any kind of economic control. Here, they get it pretty early on, going into round number 7. 5 USPs, $0 invested into the round, all 5 pushing up towards long. They hear nothing for the moment. Nobody looking for this either from Heroic, so they might get the information a little bit late, and it might not matter. Shush has a Mac-10. He's looking for that flank. That's a lot of bonus money he could build up. He'll get a chance. He spots them pushing, and he says, all right, guys, just go. Just go. There's at least 1, probably 2 pushing. And the B-bomb site is clear. So 3-4, Heroic just 1 round away. Like a herd of elephants.
Yeah, they're just stomping through, not stopping at all. Just take up all of the map. Don't give them a chance. But bomb already planted. I think they just run and jump. Go through the smoke.
Yeah, SWAT
everyone
team.
all together. Absolutely. What have you got to lose? Look at the weaponry. Force their aim to be off, and just go. Instead, you're just, you know, feeding their stats. Config gets 1 dink as well onto TeSeS, but not going to work out as he gets a hat trick to close out the round. Thought it would be cool if they could at least do a little more economic damage than that, but they don't.
No, that was a tough situation to try and get that economic damage. 1 round lead for Astralis. Op's going to come back out in the hands of Farlig. This time, though, no armor, and just the 1 flashbang as well. No kits across the entire Astralis defense. So looking a little haggard. And this investment in round 8, Heroic with a great chance, or a good chance, to even things up and maintain that control. Still a Mac-10 on Shush, which could be huge. 3 players with no head armor, 1 player with no armor at all. That Mac-10 could be massive.
Farlig going aggressive this time again with the AWP out toward long.
It's been a lot of rounds that Heroic hasn't had found anyone towards Playground as well. 4 players to defend towards B early on, with Farlig having that deep angle.
Flashes go over 2 at barrels, interestingly enough. Odd position to be in at this point in time, and thankfully the smoke's actually going to save them. The M4 back through it, no tracers showing. Glaive was able to echolocate stavn's position. Xyp9x adding 2 of his own, and Shush so far the only kill. I say that, then Cadian gets 1, but he'll fall to blame F. And you can press F in the chat for Heroic because Astralis now have a 2-round lead again at 5-3.
That's a hard hit to make work against that kind of a defense. 4 players there. That's so tough for Astralis, or excuse me, for Heroic to break into.
Tough out there.
Yeah, it is. Perfect positions. Glaive at Toxic gets one, ducks down, allows Zip to take the follow-up fights. Good juggle of the aggression. And 2-round lead for Astralis' defense. They're nursing it, and there's still plenty of money for Heroic to buy back into these rounds.
To extinguish flames, Refresh does not want to slow down, but considers the possibility that someone else might be in water, needed to wait for a flash from his teammate, excuse me. So it holds him up ever so slightly. No one there when he does peek out. Config this time will go in the direction that Farleague covered in the last round. BlameF's the one to be with him, so this is to change up the play. This is to put the op on the opposing side of the map and try and continue to be unpredictable, shall we say, on Astralis. Cadian, just go pick up all those nades. Juggle them, yes, absolutely, like a jester. Most exciting as we bring those closer to the action.
Awesome. Excellent.
Most remarkable.
Could be something similar, though. At least this time, TeSeS is out towards Fountain right now, throwing some utility, trying to mask like they're trying to take control of bathrooms. Standard Molotov towards Divider, standard smoke at the front of the bathroom's entrance. Config's not deterred, though. Of course not. He's not worried about that at all. Ooh, the timing was almost there. TeSeS moving forward. Just checked his flank. He might keep his eyes off of it for a little bit. I think Config's gonna have a freebie as he comes around the picnic tables. Doesn't spot it. Okay, spot it at the end. BlameF's got it. Nicely done.
Yeah, very well done. And I think with Config being so far pushed up long, even though, yes, he was trying to throw the utility and convince them, they weren't really buying it.
It's just so hard. We'll get back to it. Zip gonna get blinded, spray down, take some attention. Oh, Farleague eats the follow-up flash. This defense is crumbling. They were out of position, shockingly enough.
Yeah, that was really good flash timing to catch both players off. Completely helpless inside of the site. Config, even though this
8 seconds. Oh, bomb's down. Excuse me.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that.
I was gonna say, even though he's doing this battle, he's not doing anything for his own good because of the timing, but it's massive. They couldn't get the bomb. He held the one player off it that should have been grabbing it and running. That's huge that Config, and a little bit of luck, I have to say, because the
you just don't expect that kind of a I guess mistake. Although Config was pushing up, maybe he just found it and
they did
prevented
go
them.
back and get the nades though, Jason.
They did get the nades.
Probably should have taken the bomb.
So much focus juggling the nades, you forget about the bomb.
That's huge.
That's so brutal because Heroic had it. They had all the fights they wanted. They busted into that site easily. 6-3. I was gonna say, with the way that, you know, we saw Farleague positioned that long with the off angle towards playground. We saw Config push a couple times, saw BlameF push a couple times as well. I'd wonder if it's something Astralis has caught on to, maybe a little bit of an anti-strat, realizing that Heroic doesn't send a whole lot of bodies there too often. But regardless, some of these rounds, it feels like Heroic's like playing with a third of the map. No control of danger, of the stairwell, no control towards Fountain and Party. Tough times. Round 10. Heroic looking a little flustered, a little discombobulated. Farleague again gonna push long. Off angle for him. Oh, excuse me. He just straight up takes the fight with the M4. He's gonna continue forward. That's magnificent. Bombs drop, 2 kills. This time Heroic bring numbers, and they still can't come out with an advantage.
TeSeS to be slowly going toward long, but that's where Config is. Ooh, I was going to say ready for it. Does go out very cautiously to take the tap, but couldn't find the headshot. He'll fall back smartly immediately thereafter. And a flash comes out from Shush to support his teammate in that position, but BlameF spots that up close. That flash actually worked brilliantly. Shush gets BlameF as well. Glaive had to respond to that and trade it. I thought that was looking good to actually win it out, but the flash absolutely wrecks Config. TeSeS got up there quickly.
Yeah, I thought BlameF was going to have that kill all day because he saw the trajectory, he saw the throw. Regardless, Zip's pushed up, and Shush can't get anything done after that. 7-3, 4-round lead for Astralis. I mean, now you start to feel like that side of the map is almost like closed in a way for Heroic, which is scary, which is not fun. What's the next call coming out of this timeout? as Heroic's trying to figure things out. Cadian trying to come up with a solution. 2 and 8 for him. Mentioned a slow start for him on, well, not even a slow start, slow everything, slow map for Cadian. Had a tough time today so far. Still plenty of chances to bounce back into it. 11 and 6 on TeSeS to lead the way for Heroic. Next up is stavn and Refresh and Shush, actually, with 6 kills. Astralis is a more team affair. Lowest is 6, highest is 8. This is Heroic's map pick that they're getting battered on at the moment. Funds have finally run out for Heroic. That little 3-round stretch they had, rounds 5, 6, and 7, built them so much money. It's finally dwindled. Astralis has finally chewed into it. Again, they're going to test towards Fountain. I wonder if they saw that. Ooh, Farley goes down. A little bit of damage, but nothing to be happy about.
Good positioning for Blameup. Head down as he goes up, times it to perfection. This time he gets 2. TeSeS is there to respond because there was 3. Would have been remarkable if he somehow were able to win out that exchange, but it puts them into a 3-on-3 situation. So good recovery, having gone down 1 early. Xyp9x is going to push up again to control that connector position. Last round getting the kill, he knew he forced them off the B site and was able to rotate and get ahead of them. This time, he has to be very careful because he's going underpass again, but they might be able to circumvent him. That's why the rotate... Okay, you're right. He definitely did because he turned around. And I was going to say they can circumvent him, but then the rotation would go in behind to B, and they're already doing exactly that.
It's a strong position in terms of getting kills, but it's not even the value in this round for Xyp9x. It's just, it's a strong position in terms of information gathering. Here's them kind of falling all the way back and coming to the other side of the map, calling the long audible, and I think Heroic is going to be very frustrated when they come into this bomb site and encounter stiff resistance. 2 players initially. And Xyp9x going to be there for a fast flank. Molotov comes out, 28 seconds, going to chew a few more seconds off the clock. Config off angle, easy first one, responded immediately. Glaive cannot get the trade. Oh, he fumbles it. That's massive, but Xyp9x is here already. 16 seconds, 16 seconds, he's got 1. Now it's tough, and he's got the headshot onto Shush. 8-3.
And it was all him that got the information they were heading that direction, confirmed it, and he's able to play it perfectly in response and rotation back to the site. Glaive's still not looking super happy with that. In fact, looking a bit angry and animated with his feedback on the round, but 8-3 indeed. Astralis starting to stretch their legs a little bit, and it all comes to Blameup at the start of the round as well to not only drop the bomb, but get that back into a level kill.
Yeah, well, I mean, just, that was massive for Blameup's double, but also, you gotta say, activated by Config, throwing that flashbang from the B bomb site as well, and Glaive, yeah, just relief, as he knows he bungled that trade kill. Blameup, it's his turn. It's his turn to push up. Farlick's had a couple rounds at it. He's had a few cracks. Blameup wants to go for more. He's got a double kill. It's an AK-47 on Shush to finally find a frag for the Heroic side of things. That's Config to fall early. But Farlick's op, don't miss, at least this round.
Shush gonna back away from this, makes noise dropping down, but Farlig not able to capitalize on this either. That said though, why would you? Why need to be aggressive given the circumstances? Very fast engagements early on Overpass. And it all comes to Astralis being aggressive. We know that this is a map that the CTs can afford to do so, and you know, you have to admire maps like that. Cache was one of them. I think Ancient certainly is.
I can't recall around, I feel, where I've watched like Heroic have like multiple players taking over bathrooms and like progressing towards the bomb site.
Certainly, yeah, not like, been a place they've gotten.
And it's kind of a bummer. I mentioned like they're playing with like a third of the map, and I mean
the problem is
even when they try and go to the other side, they get destroyed.
Yeah. Well, I mean the problem is every time they go toward bathrooms, the shitter's full. Someone in there from Astralis every time. This time Astralis closing it out on B. Glaive and Xyp9x 9-3.
All them locks are red. What a great half from Astralis so far. What a good look for Astralis to start Group D here at Pro League. Loving it. Absolutely happy to see Astralis performing like this.
Yeah, considering they were a fringe team in the group, I mean, you look at the groups that are here. Wait, Heroic, sure. You'd expect more from them. Obviously, now that they're head-to-head, Astralis showing much better form, but then Na'Vi, you know, I guess they're the third team, but right now they're definitely ahead of Heroic in this game. And you're right, playing in a way that with Na'Vi right now, and yeah, looking good in the 16-1 yesterday, but circumstances aside, what are we going to get from them? They look like they could even take this group, Astralis.
Yeah, they might just be able to do that. Still Na'Vi out there to contend with. Look how cautious TeSeS and stavn are being. They don't want to get caught by anything. Farlig again, off angle with the AWP is going to control long. And Astralis, for a lot of this game, I feel like they've been able to ignore bathrooms, ignore highway, ignore the staircase. Even when they don't have players in it. Leg shot. Tough part for Farlig now is because he's been alone this whole time. I mean, there is a world in which he's getting surrounded and wrapped upon. Config goes down again, trying to find a timing for a push. Punished again here on Overpass. Not nearly as impactful as the first map in the series. And Farlig, a little slow on the shot. Okay, that's ambitious, we'll say.
Look, I'm glad to see it. No, seriously though, because again, people were judging far too quickly yesterday, giving him flack after one series. But even getting kills on Ancient as he was, he wasn't being as assertive. He was being sort of holding forward angles, but not taking the peaks. He was letting them come into his crosshair.
Okay.
It's nice to see him being aggressive on Overpass. It shows that he has that in his game. He can bring that to the table. I think you have to have diversification on an AWP these days. It's just so powerful. Powerful as Xyp9x, though, out toward Monster. They never even looked toward his direction as they cleared the site. He's able to turn around as a shooting gallery.
Yeah, easy cleanup. 3 players in red HP when he turns the corner. One was legged by Farlig. I think blameF got a dink on another one, and Xyp just has the easiest job in the world. Heroic have no solutions. No solutions whatsoever. I believe they've taken 2 timeouts so far in this half. Not sure if, I mean, if you probably don't want to use a third one, but at the same time, you have to have some rounds to play with in the second half. Tech9, Deagles, and a MAC-10 on refresh for the heroic attack, and they don't want to mess with it anymore. They're heading straight towards the B bomb site, all 5 players. They're going to go right through the smoke. Xyp going to be at the point of attack. He's over towards Toxic Barrels, blinded, controlling the spray for the moment, but he's going to be isolated, wrapping around the bomb site. Refresh can't drop in quick enough. They see his feet before he can shoot. There goes blameF. He comes out of the door, Glaive. Can't complete the kill, but Config still lying in wait. And that's the bomb. That's the bomb. This could be everything. Unfortunately, Config has lost all of his teammates, so that play could have been so cool, but what are you supposed to do?
You know, there's a number of things you could do.
When all else fails,
Rage quit.
Yeah.
Leave the game.
Just rush B with Tech9s and a Deagle.
Look, 4th round now for Heroic, but yeah, they've got to get back in this game because I think Astralis will be just as unrelenting on the T side. You were going to say, Jason, you started a point. That cut you off.
I don't remember anymore.
All right, well, I'll put you on the spot. That backfired.
It was that good. It was that good of a point. Good round for Heroic. 4th on the board. And I mean, all things considered, how dominant this was, I don't know. It's weird to say it's not like the worst scoreline in the world because it's pretty bad, but I mean, you'll take it considering the dominance. And this time, at least, Cadian's able to turn the corner and find Glaive pushed up. One of the rare two-man advantages for Heroic in this half.
Yeah, I was going to say, who figures it out first, that they've walked into each other and can no longer advance. It was Farlig and Xyp9x that got the kill instead. blameF getting dinked up toward the fountain. It's not gone their way, though, because they lost the exchange at the underpass position, and Cadian will close it out. They get the 2 at the end of the half. So, a bit of life for Heroic, a bit of hope, and hope dies last. We'll see if this series ends on Overpass when we come back after the break.
Hey Future Pros! Today I thought I'd teach you all how to do the famous quad boost on Overpass. To execute this boost, you must have 5 Future Pros and 1...
5 in favor once again of Astralis. A little bit more convincing, I would say, in this game. The aggression, as you said, Jason, we never really saw any presence toward A. They couldn't get established over there, yet they still did get the 2 last rounds of the half, whether that was expected or not, and they did it with lesser weaponry. I think Also suggestive of how one-sided it was.
It's got to be kind of a bummer, too, for Astralis, considering that half felt like a blowout, but the scoreboard doesn't reflect how much of a blowout. I mean, those last 2 rounds are everything from Heroic to feel a bit more confident in the second half. They can actually make the comeback happen. And at the moment, 3-man stack out towards long. Looks like they're going to clash right around this corner.
I like the setup. Headshot angle for TeSeS, and Cadian up close. He's able to get one onto Glaive, having his teammate support the other. It could be the first pistol in this series in favor of Heroic, although BlameF has refreshed down, and now they get a stance in the round. Importantly, though, Config's dead.
Well, if they can actually attack this bomb site before the rotations are all the way there, that'd be massive. Straw slowing it down a little bit. There is a smoke up in heaven. Now everyone's here, actually. Everyone streaming out along the wall by Graffiti. BlameF wants to duel. He's got a USP. Does not have the bomb. That's on Zip. He's just distracting. He's keeping them here. He's sucking them over so that Farlig can push up and potentially stop the rotations back into the bomb site. Farlig has a big role to play.
He's going to be aggressive with it. Bomb going down. They'll hear that. They'll want to swing. Shush aware of the possibility he will get the first kill. That'll give Heroic a much better position as well, as Ipix wants to take the same angle and same fight, but he only manages one because TeSeS comes out from the stairs, and BlameF, not anywhere inside of the site, goes back to the bathrooms. Good shot to find stavn. Gives him a further chance in this round. Is he aware of Cadian's presence? I don't think so at all. But Cadian has to hit the shots. That'll buy space and try and get on the defuse. They are. He's got to get this kill on Cadian quickly, or the round's over. He's going to give up on Cadian. He knows what he has to do. He's going to go for the diffuser. It's going to happen. No, it's not. I thought he was just going to tap him. 7 HP. TeSeS will stay alive. Had he in time.
Oh, he deserves it. Oh, he deserves it so much. Those shots on the diffuser just not registering somehow. Somehow, the hand of God just came down.
That's the round. I mean, one shot right here. There's no chance Cadian gets there.
He's got to be so frustrated. That's when, like, you check the console and it's like, you have done 79 damage in 14 hits. And you're like, oh, great.
Love it. Thank you for the rubber bullets, Skaben.
Oh. Well, the nice thing is for us, if Heroic can sustain here in the second round and convert it, excuse me, actually, Astralis didn't buy, but I mean, this gives a better chance of actually having this map go the distance, of be competitive all the way through. If Astralis is to win that one, you feel like they start to kind of hit that cruising speed, cruising altitude. Refresh behind the smoke. Not going to be blinded. Oh, but it doesn't matter. They jump around him. It's confusing. It's tough to handle. Follow flashbang is perfect. Shush goes down next. TeSeS going to try and hold the line as best he can. Running out of ammunition, but Farlig was low. And that should be the kill that seals it in Heroic's favor.
And they'll close out the round. So now you're seeing why those 2 rounds that we talked about at the end of the previous half, making it look like less of a blowout. Now they get the momentum. Suddenly we've got a game, and that's frustrating for Astralis.
Yes, I would agree. 3-round lead, but Astralis is going to get a 3rd round bye going off the plant in the pistol. AK-47s across the board for the attacking side. Heroic 5 M4s as well, plenty of utility. 1 kit on refresh, so keep your eye on that. Molotovs down quick, double Molotovs toward Playground as well to keep Astralis from gaining map control too quickly. Zip, good kill, as Shush tries to push through. The flashbangs gave away the play, and Zip's got a perfect frag. 48 HP left as well.
Shush on the push. Zipix back outside of Monster, unsure of where the next aggression comes from. Just wants to hold CTs at bay, because right now they're starting to evaluate and probe the bathroom position. stavn's going to take him down, though, and that will confirm there's no further presence on this side of the map, so he's confident to rotate back over. Meanwhile, his teammates, still holding the top side of Connector, have not made any contact at all with Glaive, Farlig, and Config.
And these are massive positions for Cadian and TeSeS to have a fast flank towards that A bomb site. stavn is there to provide resistance.
Right. They're not 100% certain of the positions, but stavn, we're having already got that kill, there's no further action, and Astralis not checking this, it is actually a Heroic that can just swarm them. Let's see if stavn can find the opener from this position.
Yeah, they can react quickly to either one of the bomb sites. Obviously, we know it's going to be A. Molotov smokes out, full execution. Good peek from stavn. Great timing. Controls the spray, holds it down. Even blind finds Config through the smoke. BlameF, here's one rotating. That's TeSeS. So finds a frag. The plant's going to go down, and it's a 2-on-3. Glaive, though, has to fake it to make sure that nobody's going to be pushing up. The opportunity was there, but a follow-up smoke is going to force Cadian back. Molotov in towards Bank. Great utility from BlameF to provide the safety and the cover. Oh, that nade could be everything. It could find the kill, but it's not deep enough. Not deep enough for stavn, who's tickled down to just 5.
Tickle
Dead 1 or 2 HP.
BlameF gonna hold the angle toward the stairs. Smoke still on position. That should be dissipating any second now, so that'll be open, and it is. As soon as he peeks, further one to be addressed out toward long. BlameF doesn't have to peek this. They're not gonna look at him. They're not gonna expect him because Glaive was the first point of contact. Refresh now knows they're both on the left side. Already finds the first, sees the shadow, tries to get the pre-fire, but BlameF backs off of it, and through the muffler, he will take down Refresh and give Astralis a bit of life in this second half. Their first round, go 11-7.
That's a beautiful round from BlameF. Not only taking out TeSeS, who's coming upstairs for the flank, but the utility usage for Glaive is absolutely incredible. It's massive. And I don't know if this is part of it. It might have been. But obviously, BlameF gets this kill on TeSeS in lane. I don't think Heroic expected a second player to be into the bomb site because BlameF actually aggressively pushes behind his own utility to get into that new position. They're probably calling out, all right, planter in one lane, one bathroom, somewhere. And he's able to confuse him with new positioning. This would be, I don't know, not quite a backbreaker if Astralis are to win it, but this round, if Astralis converts it, would make the rest of the half so tough for Heroic. Nobody clears Cadian's position at Fountain. Heroic might be able to stack an extra player or two over at the B bomb site, but for the moment, TeSeS and Cadian. Astralis took some gambles stacking 4 players at the B bomb site. Heroic, I think, is just now doing that. TeSeS is just now rotating as Cadian's called him off, but it's a little bit late.
It's late, but better late than never. Still a minute left in the round, to be fair. Astralis sneaking in. Secondary flash is going to catch out Config, but the smoke on the pillar and barrels means that they can walk in. Now, Cadian is here, and they take their time. Oh, he's no patience. Patience, young man. That Deagle isn't going to do much now, as they're well aware of it. They're going to rotate back through, knowing that that flank came out. Cadian's far removed from the site. They can cut him off in rotation. stavn does react to that well by holding on to the short position, and now Zipic's unsure if he can get to the doorway for free. Slides in, and then even considered, wait, maybe Cadian's there, and didn't check the angle. Second guesses himself as he holds off to try and get the fight. Still, though, Config's in the site. Keep that in mind. This whole time, Config has been down toward the pipe, and he's going to manage to get one. BlameF catches out the flank. Now they have the freedom of the map behind them, but only 20 seconds to work with as Shush, blinded temporarily up in heaven, will not have line of sight, but only for a moment as he goes back out low HP. Couldn't find Config, who will go down instead, though, to TeSeS, who has the rifle and knows that one was on the site, can't find him. And in the post plant, they swing out together. It's Glaive that gets the kill.
Wow, Astralis, they're holding their composure in a chaotic, hectic situation, taking some really, really awkward kills and awkward fights. That's massive. One player trying to escape up. They 3 different options of how to overcome the defense that Heroic showed them. And it's incredible they're able to maintain that. Good job from Config staying inside this bomb site the whole time, catching maybe stavn off guard a little bit. But that's huge. Right back into the B bomb site. And like I said, that round makes it so tough for Heroic. They've lost the economy that they gained off the pistol round victory. And this round, this map, this series might just slip out of their control entirely.
BlameF. Come on, TeSeS.
Do it.
I heard Anders and Maui have a long discussion about the Zeus. I do think run boost would be cool, but they were like, oh, it's had a few impact. Do you remember when it was super buffed?
Anders has been talking to me about the run boost Zeus for years.
Yeah, no, look.
And I think he was so excited to get Maui Snake next to him because he could bring up all the insanity all over again.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like you could talk about Pouf and Twist.
He's like, Mo's been shutting this thing down for so long.
Do you remember the Cloud9 round on Cobblestone, though, when they picked them up and it was super OP for the kill reward and that it cost, like, no money?
Yeah, it was like the Counter-Strike birthday. They reduced it to like $50 for a Zeus or something like that.
It was something silly. And yeah, they got 2 kills, 2 guns, went on to win the round on Cobblestone. It was ridiculous.
I like it.
Yeah.
North American ingenuity.
Yeah, that's definitely why I brought it up. I gotta stop. I gotta remember, you know.
Yep.
Even as a North American, I gotta remember who I'm casting with here.
Hell yeah.
Didn't have to worry about that with Henry because the UK is nowhere, so.
They got Mezzy. They got our boy Mezzy.
Yeah. What was that? Like a smooth, yeah.
Yep.
And what? Yeah. It's going well, isn't it?
He'll be back.
This isn't, I'm not meaning to be offensive to them. I'm just trying to pick on Henry.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, God bless Messi and Smoothie. And Alex.
And Alex.
I guess they have more players in Canada, so who am I to talk?
Yeah.
13-7. Astralis getting close to the end. Look, if I have to lace up the, I was supposed to say lace up the skates because I'm Canadian, but lace up the Counter-Strike skates, jump in there.
Okay. I thought, yeah.
I can fill in the 5th spot.
Boots would probably be a little bit better.
Nah.
Well,
keep my stick on the ice and go to the net. Players will do the rest around me. Twist will assist me.
do some magnificent... I don't hear a whole lot of hockey metaphors in sports these days.
Forecheck, back check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Problem is nobody knows what that means.
Well, it's not my fault, is it? Forecheck, back check, paycheck. Just do your job.
13-7. Timeout taken. Maybe one of the final opportunities to talk things over and try and come up with an adjustment. That's going to get you back into this game. Heroic 6 rounds back. Looking at an 0-2 series loss in the group stages. Early on in the group stages, plenty of time to recover. Wouldn't be any kind of crazy disaster for their standings in the group.
I think we saw that as well with Group C, was it? Some pretty chaotic rounds in that particular group. I think that was the nice Caster Curse video content piece they did.
Yes.
Friggin' Heku ruining everything.
Yep.
Config starting to see what's going on at long, unaware entirely that stavn is staring him down in a good position with the AWP, because Config, you'd expect he goes out there in some position, but pre-firing in. Oh, that's lovely. Pushing Cadian out. Glaive was sneaking up. Pre-firing in, I don't even think he saw. I think he just tried to force him off the angle and see what was on the other side of it.
TeSeS is inside the smoke. He's still in bathrooms. Astralis has no idea. TeSeS is going to ruin the day, although Glaive's got one more. This is huge. TeSeS needs to build upon this. Bomb is still out towards long, just now moving up. Farlick inside the bomb site, and he can't find it in time. Ooh, 22 kills on TeSeS. He's been spectacular for Heroic.
Smartly, though, they just left Farlick to die and said, listen, if you can get one, that's great. We're going to rotate back around. They're going to take the bomb toward B, and Xyp9x is still over there. He has to deal with Shush immediately, and he's caught out. Didn't want to run, didn't want to give away his position, and the timing falls in Xyp9x's favor, but a lovely shot from Refresh from Heaven as he gets back inside of the site and ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy, bring that bomb back over to A, and maybe save the day.
Astralis is just pulling them all across the map. This is fantastic. It's just being very comfortable within your team of knowing when it's your turn to make the play, your turn to make the next move. Config surely going to catch at least one. They don't expect it. They don't expect it because TeSeS had just been there. Config's got the final two, 14-7.
$14 to 7 and 2 to go for Astralis to wrap up this series. You mentioned going 0-2. Well, this could be 2-0 for Astralis. They'd be on the other side of that equation.
Nice.
Not bad. Be a good position to be in, considering, again, you've got Na'Vi in this group. EG, another team that could go 0-2 tonight against Na'Vi.
Against Na'Vi, yeah. And
that would put Na'Vi 2-0. So you'd have Astralis and Na'Vi sitting at the top of the bracket, which would be a round robin. It's not a bracket. I should be careful with my wording, not to mislead people. But yeah, top of the group. And it certainly set up a nice match between them.
Oh, Cadian gets a leg. Good cleanup through the smoke. Calls it out. Shush able to just spam right through. Fortunate connection, TeSeS. Here's the footsteps, 5-7, tucked into the corner. Glaive's got that. Glaive's had some nice shots clearing out these positions towards the A bomb site, but Cadian's gotten here pretty quick. Now, unfortunately, the utility advantage is firmly in the favor of Astralis. Over the top, Config wants that kill, and he's going to find it. Again, so many pistols, though, at so many weird positions. One's at dice still. Shush is still here with that 5-7. When does he make his move?
Shush is done, surely. Gets spotted by Config. I was going to say, standing above him, the smoke. Odd angle, but then Config follows it up with a Glock to get the headshot onto Refresh. Map at series point for Astralis. Oh yeah, Config's feeling it. He's got that bro little flick going on in the wrist.
Yeah, he's loving it. Right, he had a slow start to the game, remember. A lot of those kind of those push plays that he did in the first half weren't really panning out for him. He got caught a couple times, not nearly as impactful on the CT side as he probably would have liked, but had some great rounds here in the second half on the T side. This one was excellent as well. Tough situation to be in, helped bailing his team out of a tough spot. 8 chances to close the series.
Ooh.
Hello.
All right, little run boost through the flames. Fortunately, it only yields 1 for Refresh, but gives them information nonetheless that they are over toward the monster position on the map. I would rather have a player alive, I think, than thinning out the defense. Shush is going to take advantage of that, though, and get Glaive down. Now they've got the advantage. Plymouth. 2-syllable name. Plymouth.
Okay.
TeSeS is already behind him. This is huge. Good timing. Good calls, good communication. And Farlig is...
He's been hurt by Cadian as well.
Yeah, I think he's late for his own funeral, though.
Right on time.
Right on time.
Shout out to Gandalf. 15-8. 7 more chances for Astralis. Yeah, this is unfortunate, especially because Heroic, I mean, look, the first half was a blowout, but they did scrape together enough rounds to make this competitive. Just a really, really harsh reset earlier in this half just made it so tough. Just barely put it out of reach. TeSeS has been great. So is Shush. 23 kills on TeSeS, 20 on Shush.
Zipix trying to find some opening toward the short tunnel. This could break Astralis' economy and give Heroic a chance to claw back into this game. It's a long way to go. Still 7 series points for Astralis, but gotta look for the positives in the situation. Shush. Oh, the second flash. It was so well timed on the first, but the second one absolutely wrecks him as he wants to go for the peak. Tells Astralis exactly where he is. Somehow still alive in this situation because Refresh was able to get Zipix. And now it gets a little more awkward, but look who's waiting down below. Farley gets both of the rotators. This will give them confidence. In fact, they can back off. They can run away. And Refresh, aware of it, is going to try and cut them off. But Config sees him as he anticipated wrongly that they had all left the site. And now I think this game and round over.
Yeah.
In the other order, this round and game and series.
Yeah, all 3. The trifecta. Yeah, so many options for Astralis once they get this advantage. Bomb's still just chilling, trying to figure out where Shush is going to head to. Is he going to stick over towards the B bomb site? BlameF clearing it out just now. Shush going to head back to the B bomb site, but Glaive with the bomb. I don't even know where Astralis is going, actually. 15 seconds. Now they're headed towards A. Glaive started to sneak towards top stairs, but it's going to be a plant. 10 seconds left. Shush will have to go for the 1 versus 3. It would be magnificent, but it is so unlikely. Dinner on me if he wins.
All right, cool. Dinner on you anyway, because it's my birthday, so.
That's a good point. Dinner tomorrow on me if he wins.
Okay, cool. I like that. Back to back. I don't think he's going to do it, though, so.
You've little faith.
You've little flank. Farley. Whoa, okay. All right. Someone getting fed tonight or tomorrow night. Oh, okay, Shush. I'm going to Shush because he's actually got Glaive down as well. He's going to tap this and hope the BlameF walks into it time enough. And he's got that as well. Jason, thank you for dinner. He meant for everyone in Twitch chat, by the way, so please redeem that.
Seafood's back on the menu, boys. Let's go. That's an excellent 1 versus 3 to win. Of all the things to not cast or curse, it's that one, of course. 15-9. So, he's given him a little bit of life. He's kept him in the game. Still a long way to go. It's tough to celebrate when that clutch happens and you look up at the scoreboard, you realize you still got 6 more rounds. But maybe that is the impetus for the comeback. Op in the hands of Cadian. Shush still going to have that magical AK-47. And first timeout taken from Astralis. That Heroic might have called that just to get themselves back in action. But Astralis wants to make sure that that isn't some moment where their mentality, where their focus collapses. Let's see what this defense does. TeSeS and Cadian pushing up. Stavn going to be out towards long. Shush and Refresh towards the B bomb site. Astralis trying to get back on the horse. Poorly played 3-on-1. Oh, Cadian gets the pick, and I think Config even spotted the second player. So Glaive, oh, they never spotted Stavn. They never spotted the third. Uh-oh. If that clutch starts a run for Heroic, the pressure is going to mount on Astralis. 5-on-2. Heroic going to close this one out surely. And that'll bring us to round 26. Heroics hit double digits.
Cadian hits Zipix down, absolutely. That last round comes to a 1v3. Should have ended the series. I was calling it done.
And
fool me once, but it breaks the economy.
And that's why you saw that frustration on Glaive. Glaive has to know in the back, I mean, every player knows in the back of your mind, you let a 3 versus 1 slip away like that at this level, these comebacks are entirely doable. Could have closed out the map, could have closed out the series. You have 8 chances, now dwindled down to just 5.
Nice flash timing. Config starting off Tech 9. Astralis will get the early lead, but Cadian protects the weapon for a moment, gets the shot. Config does still get the AK though, and they're going to be unrelenting and falling down. Lovely no-scope from Cadian, but Config, quick as ever, is able to respond onto him, but not before stavn mans up and jumps out in front of the site to take the shot in return.
That was so dangerous that they got that close. Cadian, there was no fallback for him regardless of what happened. Beautiful no-scope. Flashbang out, Glaive trying to make something happen. Blame F is brought very, very low. He's going to be out of the fight. They're... timing and make this round very, very interesting. But Shush is going to, I think, spot out Glaive. Spot out the bomb as well. He knows he's on the left side. Easy kill. Glaive never had any idea. That's the round. 15-11 going to be the score.
Big bad Blame. If he wins this round, Jason, I'll buy dinner.
Very bold of you.
Thanks, bro.
Way to put yourself out there.
Thanks. It's a risk I'm willing to take. But you're not getting fed.
No, I'm going hungry. That's unfortunate. I'll always have the dinner that I'm buying.
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow.
Well, tonight we're eating at the cafeteria. It's barbecue night.
Oh, it is barbecue night. I thought that was yesterday.
Every Tuesday and Thursday, Matt.
It's Thursday. Huh.
Yesterday was Wednesday as well.
Oh, is that how that works?
5 AKs on the board.
Tomorrow's Friday?
Tomorrow is Friday. Oh, you've got it.
Hey, all right. We so excited. It's a Rebecca Black reference.
Sick. I have no idea who that is.
It's Friday. Yes, you do. Don't lie to me.
Okay.
You're just trying to suppress that thought. TeSeS looking down the hallway, jumping and boosting now Cadian, having not spotted anyone yet. This will give the AWP a decent position to play. Smoke off in the doorway, though, and they'll reconsider and relocate. Does mean, as we can see, there's 5 players on B, 2 of which Elevated in Heaven can rotate back quickly, and that's what they'll do now, but no aggression as of yet from Astralis directed on either site. They're still clearing middle and trying to get position on the map. It'll be Xyp9x and Config playing in the wings, shall we say. So right wing Xyp9x trying to attack B, get some picks. Config doing the same at long A. The rest of the team will rotate in middle accordingly. Try and attain the information from their advance. Very passive from Heroic, having not found anything early on with the stack toward B.
Config, the one-man army.
Oh.
He's moving up long. Some spam going back and forth between stavn and Glaive. I think he spots 2. There's a nice victory, jumping over right at the end. The new angle. Config, though, not put in play just yet. Oh, fully blind kill. That's so rough. Cadian alone at the A bomb site. Everyone's going to pull back. There's 9 seconds. They need these kills. They need them all right now. Cadian holding on. 6 seconds. Bomb being planted. Can they stop Cadian from taking down the planter? Bomb gets down. 3 on 4, 3 on 3 now, as the smoke provides cover for Astralis to back away.
Glaive's going to do exactly that, doubling up at the position for Blame F. They've got the connector covered. They've even got a player going back in the form of Xyp9x to watch that, so all eyes on the front of the site for the 2 at the planter. That nade will do damage to both, but do they expect both to be there? They're not low enough. Glaive gone. Do they double clear that angle? They do find the second shot on Xyp9x as well, but they have no idea Blame F's up close. It comes to the one-on-one. stavn on the AWP, trying to find it, trying to get the angle, and he will get the shot, and another round for him to clutch it back. We go 15-12.
Uh-oh, this is the nightmare scenario. That 3v1 is looming large at the moment. Astralis dropping a massive clutch just 5 rounds ago, and a beautiful, brilliant retake from Heroic. A tough one in a 3 versus 3. Ooh. Astralis has got to be kicking themselves for letting that one out of their grasp. Config with a nice opening provided. Into the bomb site we go. But it's stavn with 3 incredible kills to make this work. The up shot, the final one on the head of blameF. Round 28. Everyone on Astralis can feel overtime right around the corner. For Heroic, they dare to believe it's possible.
Nades tickling that of stavn down to 86. 1986, good year.
It's an okay year.
My brother was born. I'll give him that.
Okay.
It's the last time Canada made the FIFA World Cup until this year, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Good luck beating Mexico to get in there as well.
Thanks.
I didn't actually mean that. I'd rather have Mexico there.
Probably better. blameF and Glaive out towards long. 5-on-4 in the favor of Heroic. TeSeS holding the off angle. A little bit of a flashbang. Oh, he eats that. He eats that full force. There's no chance. And actually, while he's fighting, blameF slides into cover as he knows the follow-up peek is going to come at any moment. Cadian's in trouble again. Another chaotic situation headed his way. He's relying on stavn to keep them at bay as long as possible. And he's going to deliver. Farlig falls. Cadian still with the angle. Molotov is going to force him back, but stavn holds on to bathrooms. There's nothing Astralis can do. Refresh has stepped up next towards truck. blameF can't respond in time, and it's 15-13, just 2 rounds back.
stavn's killing it lately. Now leads the way. I take it back. Shush has 1 more frag than him. TeSeS as well on 25, but those 3 absolutely killing it. Killing Astralis round and round again. It's now 6 in a row to deny this series point for Astralis, and we're now looking very likely to go to overtime if this continues. Pistols only for Astralis once again.
Remember, they had 8 chances to close this out. Remember, Heroic was down 10-3 in the final 2 rounds of the first half, and Heroic was able to steal them both away. You add that onto a 1 versus 3 victory in a clutch for Heroic, and this is getting dangerous. Good trades with the Tech-9, but Shush is stuck. Shush is stuck, and now he's going to get smashed. From above, from below.
Does well, though. Buys space for stavn to get into position. Fires through the door. Now get Xyp9x jumping out. He gets the follow-up. Needs to switch to the pistol. Need to assist in his damage, but blameF gets the kill. 1 versus 2. I was about to say he's the only one left, but 1 versus 2. Hang on. He's picked up an M4. He has head armor, 58 HP, and little does he know it yet, but he's also got an open B site with the bomb on his back.
I don't think there's any reason to expect that both are going to be flanking, though. He's got to think in his head that one is in the bomb site. He's going to pause for a moment, hoping for a push, hoping for someone from Heroic to make some kind of an information play.
I think they have to dry peek this as well. If they flash, then they know it's both players on the site, because why else would they flash themselves in? And they're going to meet each other in the middle as they work into a monster. They're inevitably going to check this, and Cadian pops out to take blameF down. Yeah, timing and uncertainty, the enemy of blameF in that situation, more so than the actual manpower itself.
Yeah, blameF perhaps trying to just clear every single corner in a round where he needed to take some risks. That was all down to timing anyways. Decent enough trades, but Astralis, this is exactly what you don't want to happen. 15-14.
You've painted a lovely picture, because it was 10-3, as you say, and we were saying it was a dominant half, but those 2 rounds kind of snuck away from them. And now look at the momentum they've built up, more so after the back of a clutch to keep them alive. So
just look at
you're absolutely right.
The energy on the Heroic side as well is just kind of has skyrocketed. Finally get a little bit of life in them. Glaive trying to marshal the troops. 1 final round, round number 30 for Overpass. 16-14 victory for Astralis, or overtime. And a long comeback for Heroic. Trying to go 2-0 in this Group D. And we're live into the deciding round. Farlig with an op but no armor. Op on Cadian. But as you mentioned, it's guys like TeSeS, Shush, and stavn who have delivered. For Astralis, blameF and Config both sitting at 25 kills.
Glaive. Checking all angles and slowing things down. Molotov, well thrown, well placed. Well, TeSeS was certainly ready for that, was he not? Extinguishes it immediately and then retreats, knowing that he's given up his position in doing so. The hold the bathroom doorway, and we've seen him go overlooked a few times in that position. All except for Xyp9x, who has again been probing on the B site, and kind of playing that anchor lurk position for them in rotation. The rest will be over toward A, so all except for him. Cadian directly inside of the site has the stairs to work with. The other 3 defenders of Heroic all at B, so if they can actually go long, isolate Cadian, it's turn out to be a bit of a nightmare rotation for Heroic.
Timing on this, again, is everything, just because Config is marching up towards... Okay, Cadian's going to come check now. A little bit of a flashbang. TeSeS at Divider. Cadian has to push forward. TeSeS, big kill for him. Oh, follow-up is even better. There's Cadian. Overtime looms large. 5-on-2 for Heroic.
That was impressive to get them out of that situation. I thought they were going to just completely surround Cadian and that TeSeS would be locked out and left alone, but Cadian makes a great play to support it. TeSeS with 2, 15-15. We've got overtime coming up.
Trace, that's a wonderful pin. Don't tell me. Clone 2016 limited edition? It looks so soft.
Your compliment was sufficient, Hugo. Hey, Harry. Nice pin. How the hell are you?
Chad has mistaken me for this dickhead Harry, which seems logical because he also works for ESL and I cast with him regularly. Harry and I also go to the same barber, although I have a slightly better haircut.
Chad, congratulations, man. I saw the reports. Titan game went well.
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
great stuff. ESCA tonight?
No can do. Got an 830 res with...
The grind indeed, and reason to cheer and celebrate for Heroic. They were nowhere in this match in the first half, somehow got the last 2 rounds of it, won the ensuing pistol, and despite Den being down and giving 8 opportunities to Astralis to lock out this series, they have forced overtime on the back of a 1v3 clutch by stavn, and here we go, by Shush, excuse me, I should say, and here we go in overtime number 1, and I do have to specify this is the first overtime. If you watched yesterday, you'll know why.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of overtimes these days, although I will say, 8-round streak for Heroic, looking really, really good to potentially be able to close this one out. Their defenses looked rock solid, and now they've got a little bit of confidence, a little bit of comfort behind the setups as well. Xyp9x is going to get another push through Monster. There's one more player there, but Refresh wisely backs off. 4-on-4 scenario, 1 minute and 20 seconds into the round. Cadian with an off angle in bathrooms. Looking for a very, very narrow angle at the divider. Follow-up push. Xyp9x looking for it. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so much. He's going to be frustrated when he watches this one back. What's up, buddy? That sucks. I'm sorry. 15-15, 4-on-3 in the favor of Heroic.
He's probably going to watch the demo, Jason, not your voice, but it was nice that you gave him your condolences. Cadian can't quite catch the jumping cross player of Glaive, and Glaive goes back to just isolate his position, by the way, the Molotov, but the advantage firmly still with Heroic at this point in time. stavn even going to make that better as he walks up, not expecting his presence at all. Glaive goes down, he'll double it up. Farling founds, round over. Heroic is just on it this game now. Where's Astralis gone?
I don't know. They've disappeared. This is now 9 straight for Heroic. Very, very painful comeback that a Heroic has inflicted on Astralis. This has been so tough, and now they're starting to lose some initial fights. They're fighting from behind, and this timing, these pushes now that Heroic's getting into, I feel like we haven't seen a whole lot of pushes from the Heroic side. Well, we've seen them so much from Astralis, but now that Heroic's getting the man advantage, they're feeling much more comfortable doing it because they know there's just not the manpower to watch every single flank. There's not enough manpower to push forward and keep an eye behind you. Aggression towards short water, Shush. They're going to attack into far leg. He's half blind, he's scoped up, and there's nothing to do.
Oof, Cadian. Xyp9x goes for 1, but Cadian holds his angle and nerve to find Glaive. He's even getting rolling a little bit late. He was slow to get into this game. He's up to 17 kills now. Shush is going to take blame F. Not before Cadian went down to config. There's still a man disadvantaged right now, short-handed on the Astralis side, and they're going back for the bomb with a minute to play.
And there's 2-minute truck. Shush is going to take attention, try and pull them right into TeSeS. The old bait and switch. It's a classic. There's the first. Will config ever look to the right? I don't think so. Certainly not in time. And Zip, if you ever want someone in a clutch, well, if it's not going to be Shush at least, maybe it's Zip.
50 seconds, interestingly enough, even though he had the information that there was one more truck, he had time to relocate, and Xyp9x doesn't even want to mess with that possibility. Isolated one-on-ones, potentially. AWP for a refresh, of all people, to try and hold off the B site. Playing a passive angle to watch Catwalk instead.
Yeah, playing for the retake. I don't think he might have heard something. 28 seconds. TeSeS is rotated over, and he's committed. Zip is happy to have that as well.
24 seconds, Zip can do exactly this. He can go back the other way, but that's going to be hurt as well because we know the positioning of refresh. He's going to call that out.
He's hoping the Heaven player that just threw the Molotov is the only player at the B bomb side. Little does he know that refresh is here, and obviously now calling it out. And at Dice, TeSeS is going to have the easiest kill of his life.
10 in a row. Heroic absolutely in control of this game now, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Rotates back over a little bit too easy against Xyp9x. Guns again, 12.5K, MR3. No double op, it'll be Cadian on the single. And no op at all for Farlig. It'll be AK-47s instead. Could sweep the half here, Heroic. Astralis, man, was there a caster's, did we do some sort of caster's curse? Maybe I said it was that they were gonna go 2-0 and that, you know, they were gonna be comfortable in this group. Now maybe I ruined it all. Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's the dinner. Maybe it's your birthday. Is this what you wished for?
I have to, no, you know what?
Just trying to find things to blame on you, really.
Okay.
Good trades, decent trades, I should say, but better flashbangs coming in from the Heroic defense, and they're going to slaughter the attack 3-0 in the first half of overtime. Cadian's hyped up. That's an 11-0 run that Heroic is on at the moment, going back to regulation.
I didn't mention it yet because I didn't think I'd need to. Vertigo is the third map in this series. We're one round away from that right now for Heroic.
Yeah, I don't think we need it either.
Admin giving Exist a talk. Perhaps he was a little bit too excited in his cheering.
This was 15-7 at one point. Keep in mind, all you viewers at home, what a magnificent comeback it's been from Heroic. They get 3 chances themselves now to close it out. It's not the 8 that Astralis had, but they'll take it.
Oh, they'll take it like that, absolutely. Blame F gives himself up. TeSeS again gets the opener, and it goes unanswered.
And remember, going back to regulation on the Heroic's T side, they had 0 success towards Fountain. They had 0 success towards bathrooms. They were never able to take control of that. They were never able to find kills. They got slaughtered every time they attempted it. It's already changed. It's already reversed here in overtime. Farlig still aggressive.
Fig takes out Shush. That gives them one back, but you're absolutely right. They've finally won battles in this position of the map, and Refresh is already charging toward Long to capitalize on that. Xyp9x will at least bring this back to a 3-on-3. Maybe they're getting a little bit too ambitious now because Config catches out Refresh. It's down to just stavn and Cadian remaining 45 seconds to work with, and they do have the bomb picked up, but they are spread out across the map. They need to make a decision soon as to where they want to go. It looks like B is going to be the answer to that because Cadian's still holding there with the AWP, has stavn heading that direction.
Looking for any follow-up pushes just to make this a little bit easier. Don't even mind Heroic sacrificing one low HP player coming through the monster smoke. Just, you know, if you go through that and there's no defender actually watching it, then all of a sudden you've got a chance to peer up into the bomb site and take some kind of a fight. Oh, good shot from Cadian. Clips off the head of Xyp9x.
Bomb's gonna get planted as a result as well. Up close, they didn't see it though. Cadian tried to get the response. The flick down to Glaive. stavn has the information though, and it could be done right here. This time a clutch to win it, not to survive. And he could hear Glaive getting away inside of the smoke, tried to pre-fire it, but the AWP for Glaive is finally gonna give Astralis that 16th round, albeit in overtime.
Yeah, they've been looking for it for a hot minute, haven't they?
Yeah.
That's an 11-0 run for Heroic, finally put to a stop by Astralis, but that's not going to feel good. Not a single smile was seen at the Astralis side after that victory. 18-16, 2 more for Astralis to take us into double overtime. What a dicey, dicey round. Here we go again. Double op setup worked lovely in the previous round, mostly by the efforts of Config. This time the second op is on Glaive. Farlick's gonna have the op as well, obviously. 2 deep Molotovs, 1 extinguished. Plenty of flashbangs showing presence. BlameF gonna be in the stairs. Farlig covering him with the op at Divider. But everyone from Heroic, all 5 players leaning towards this B bomb site, and they're gonna line up a set piece.
Set piece, set flash, set Zippix. Needs to get the gun back out. His teammate goes down. He immediately counters that. That gives him a bit of space, but it also gives them the exact information as to where he's playing. Config down below in the pit. He couldn't swing to catch out TeSeS. The trades in favor once again of Heroic. stavn planting the bomb. But BlameF gets in behind the bags, and I don't know that they're expecting to be here just yet. They are going to check it. Now they know. Farlig, AWP. Time to come alive. Goes in, fast flick to the right. Not even sure he saw anyone, just reactionary at that point in time. And no one's gonna overcommit to the peak. I say that. Cadian gives himself up in the smoke. TeSeS is on the flank though. This one is an easy kill for him. And even though it gives the position away, BlameF little he can do at the time to try and...
No.
No way. I don't think so.
You have to stick it.
I think you have to. Why?
Ooh, no.
Why would you not?
No, he was thinking he can get the kill in heaven and then he can stick it and go from there. Regardless, let's talk about Heroic. Let's talk about Cadian getting loud. They had an 11-0 run to come all the way back from 15-7 to win in overtime. That's absolutely massive. We're gonna do a break. We're gonna catch our breaths, and we've got Vertigo as the decider. We'll see you right there.